audio input. No, it should be alright now, surely. I think we should be all good. Good evening to... good afternoon, good evening. Especially, good evening to Jack. So, I think this mic's working. Yep. Well, it is working now. Okay, sweet. So... yeah, pretty interesting game day to say the least today. Pretty much it's got nothing to do with the top of the ladder, but it's got everything to do with the bottom of the ladder. As, of course, pretty much this is a crucial game for the Tigers here as they take on the Dragons. Basically, it's must-win for the Tigers just as much as the game after this is must-win for either team that's playing. Basically, if the West Tigers lose, they're not going to be in the best spot. Do I reckon the Broncos will make the top 8? It's hard to say. It's literally a coin flip, personally, Jack. At this point, I think that's just, it's just weird. I think it's probably gonna come down to points difference, to be honest. But yeah, the big win for Canberra against Manly definitely didn't help Brisbane's case of trying to make the top 8. But who knows what will happen. So basically, yeah, so the Tigers and the Titans are currently tied on points. The points difference is still in a bit of favour of the Titans. So a win here for the Tigers is of crucial importance. And basically, I think if the Tigers and the Titans win their last 2 games, then there's a possibility even still like the Warriors and the Knights could still get the spoon. So we really don't know what's going to happen. So... all in all, but anyways, we should look into the teams that are playing tonight. So let's go straight into that. So it's going for the Sunday ticket lineup. Sorry, the stream popped up, but there we go. So for the St George Illawarra Dragons, that's not the Dragons. I thought the Dragons were the home team, but the Tigers are the home team. Sorry. So for the West Tigers, we've got Dane Laurie at fullback with Brent Naden and Junior Pauga on the wings with Stafford Toa and Asu Kepaoa. In the centres, you've got Adam Dewey at 5'8" with Jock Madden at halfback. Joe Fengai, Jake Simkin and Zane Musgrove as the prop hooker prop. Tom Freebarn and Kelma Tuolagi in the second row with Manu Brown at lock. Fanua Pole, Austin Diaz, Jacob Little and Kidione Katoga on the bench with Justin Matamua as the injury replacement. And now looking into the St George Illawarra Dragons team, got Cody Ramsey at fullback with Tau Tamoga and Tyrell Sloan on the wing with Matthew Fagai and Zach Lomax in the centres. Talatau Mone at 5'8" with Ben Hunt at halfback. You got Blake Laurie, Jaden Sullivan, Jack DeBellin as the prop hooker prop, Josh Maguire and Jaden Sewer in the second row with Jack Bird at lock. Interchange consists of Aaron Woods, Tyrell Fuimaono, Jaden Hunt and Jackson Ford with Jack Gosiewski as the injury replacement for St George. I reckon Ponga next season will get 5-match ban. It wouldn't shock me. It's I feel like he might get done for the drugs again. Who knows what will happen in that whole bloody saga. A weird one to say nonetheless, but yeah, it's a pretty interesting team lineup here. A few late-minute changes for the Dragons, but yeah, I think was that another change? Hang on, I think there might have been a really last-minute change here for the Dragons. I just want to check this to confirm because because Fox Footy just showed up with a different lineup. I just want to check to see if that is the case. Moga, Fagai, Zach Lomax, Sloan. Okay, no, okay, we're good. Just wanted to keep an eye just to make sure that everything was right because it did look like a different lineup popped up, but I think we're all good. But just trying to think about what to say. Really, I'm just trying to pad out time because I think we haven't got that much time. We've got about 10 minutes till the match does start. We're gonna have a look at the poll while we're here. I shouldn't have used that slide, but yeah, we'll look at it nonetheless. So here we go. So 3 votes have come in, and the Tigers are the favourites to take the win here, which is actually, I've seen there's actually been a bit of research done into this, and it's actually kind of surprising about how every team that has conceded 72 points in a game have gone on to win the next week, and also the West Tigers are also 4 out of 5, have won 4 out of the last 5 games against St George. So anything could really happen here. But obviously the Tigers are probably coming in with more momentum, with some motivation, obviously trying to avoid the spoon. But then again, the Dragons did have a solid win last week against the Gold Coast. So really anything can happen this match. And there we go. So I do have a multi for today's match. It is a bit of an audacious one, to say the least. I think it's paying at $81 if it does hit. It is. So I've got the Dragons to win. I've got Brett Naden to score any time for the West Tigers. And I've got Tatau Moga and Ben Hunt to score for the Dragons. And I've got Talatau Amone to score a double. Yeah, and obviously James Tamau not playing, obviously because of his suspension last week. It's weird. It's really weird. Last week's game, the Roosters Tigers game, it was the worst loss that the West Tigers have ever been handed. Bronx fans hope Raiders lose to the Tigers. Oh, okay. Oh, that's who they. Oh, okay. The Raiders play the Tigers, and do Brisbane play St George, don't they? Is it St George that Brisbane play? I think in the last round. Just want to check this just to make sure. So round 25. Brisbane do play St George. It's a Cogra. It'll be interesting. It's a lot of interesting games. It's so hard to tell what's going to happen. It could have even been a case for the main game on the Saturday between the Cowboys and the Panthers for that to be potentially the minor premiership battle. But of course, the Panthers secured that minor premiership honour as they beat South Sydney. Just trying to keep this in. And I see some of the text is cut off because usually for some reason when the game is about to start, this gets bigger. So it's the logos get bigger, and usually it spreads it out. So if it doesn't, then I might just have to rework it, which doesn't take that long. But yeah, it's just a weird. It's a hard game to really tell because it's kind of like with some of the games. It's like. Also watching Parramatta, it's you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know which teams are actually going to rock up here. Obviously, the Tigers probably got an absolute bollocking from everyone, really, after their loss last week. Dragons, I thought the Dragons were going to be somewhat slow going into last week's game against the Titans because I thought because it was the first game when they knew that they couldn't make the finals, but yet again, they proved a lot of people. They proved me, not a lot of people. I think everybody probably mostly picked them. I didn't, but they proved me wrong, and they belted them. So just it's going to be a weird game to say the least. Okay, but we're getting close now. We're about 5 minutes away. So pretty much after this ad break, we should be going into the game straight away, so I'm excited for this game. But I mean, I'm not really looking forward to the game after this, where the Titans and the Knights. That's going to be an absolute nightmare. Because usually, when it comes to the Titans and the Knights when they play each other, usually the home team absolutely bollocks the other team. As you see there, yeah, but it's just gone. We reworked it wrong, so I need to spread this out. Yeah, that works. Okay, there we go. So as you just saw there, it does spread out for some reason. Because it's got to add in the actual scores. And they even spread it even more, even if they go to 10 points. I really liked how it's a weird update that the website has had, but I don't know, it's weird up. Is Nate Diaz fighting? Oh, he is. Shit. Against Shemaev. That's going to be a pretty interesting fight. But anyways, We got rugby league to focus on. 10th versus 16th. What a match. What a match. And then you got, like, what? 15th versus 14th. Mate, what a Sunday. What a Sunday rugby league. What Sunday? Absolutely brilliant Sunday, to say the very least. Yeah, you're seeing the advertisements now as we're getting very much closer to the Rugby League World Cup coming in October. It's going to be fantastic, to say the least. And we'll be doing some things on this channel. 15th of October, so yeah, pretty much 2 weeks after the NRL finishes. That's going to be very interesting, to say the least. Rugby League World Cup. If anybody has seen the actual mascot for the Rugby League World Cup, it is probably one of the worst things I've ever seen. It's a bee named Rugby, spelled Rugbee. It's like, it took them how long? It's like that. Surely that had to be like the first idea. Yeah, we'll go with it. So they had a whole additional year to do it, as we're at CommBank Stadium, as there was just a game that just finished. It was the women's Parramatta Eels taking on the women's St George Dragons. Last time I checked the score, the Dragons were up. But yeah, so I know there's after the Titans Knights game is actually the women's Titans and Knights game, and honestly, I think probably the Knights women's team should probably win that, because they've basically built a super team, pretty much. They've pretty much signed half the Australian women's team, and yeah, it's really weird. They need some of them to play on the men's team, honestly. But anyways, as we're coming into just before both teams come out, we'll go into the lineup. So first up, we'll start with the away team, the St George Illawarra Dragons. We've got Cody Ramsey at fullback with Tautau Mogo and Tyrell Slow on the wing with Matthew Fagai and Zach Lomax in the centre. Talatau Amone at 5'8" with Ben Hunt at halfback. You've got Blake Laurie, Jaden Sullivan and Jack DeBellin as the prop. Josh Maguire and Jaden Sewer as the second row with Jack Bird at lock. Interchange consists of Aaron Woods, Tyrell Fuimaono, Jaden Hunt and Jackson Ford. And the reserve for the Dragons is Jack Gosiewski. Very terrible with these sort of pronunciation of names. For the West Tigers, we've got Dane Laurie at fullback, Brent Naden and Junior Palga on the wings with Stafford Toa and Asu Kepaoa in the centres. You've got Adam Dewey at 5'8" with Jock Mann at halfback. You've got Joel Fengai, Jake Simpson and Zane Musgrove as the prop props with Tom Freebarn and Kelma Tuolagi in the second row with Manu Brown as the lock. Fanua Pole, Austin Diaz, Jacob Little and Kidione Katoga as the interchange, and Justin Matamua as the injury reserve. So the Dragons now have come out onto the field here. It's a pretty barren CommBank Stadium. Well, to be fair though, it is. Yep, the start of the time is really early. I don't know if now KO's not behind. I just want to check that. Now I think the start of this pretty early. So now the Tigers should be able to come out to the stadium. Are they? And here come the West Tigers now, coming out of a pretty embarrassed. Oh my God! There's literally no one there. There's quite literally almost no one at the stadium. Like, I'm not even trying to like poke fun or anything. There's genuinely almost no one. I genuinely think I could probably say there's no way there's more than like 4,000 there. Which just makes me come to question, why not play this at Leichhardt? Because obviously, yes, Leichhardt is a smaller ground towards CommBank, but they actually, it actually looks decent and it's, close to the game and everything like that, But anyways, by the way it is looking now, it looks like the St George Dragons will be kicking off. They'll be running screen left. It'll be the West Tigers receiving the ball. Yeah, they've jumped the gun on the timer here. The game hasn't officially started yet, but we should be getting ready now. As we should end the poll now. As the 3 votes and the West Tigers have won the poll. And kick off, and we are underway for this match. And And that is the first carry for the Tigers, and they'll get to just shy of the 10-metre line for the first tackle. Now they're going to shift it off. Well, they just run straight down the guts from the dummy half position as they get to the 20 for the second tackle. Sean a bit rusty when it comes to certain things like that. That's Zane Musgrave now with the ball, who gets brought down. Only 25 for the third tackle. Good start to the blocker, for fuck's sake. It's a good start for the Tigers. They've made like 30 metres off 3 tackles. That's a good start. Game literally just started. Last tackle, the Tigers only make it to the 40 as Dewey goes for a kick over the top. It'll go to the 10. It'll bounce twice. It'll be fed out to Taumoga with the ball. No, it's number 17, actually. It's Tyrell Sloan who gets brought down the 15 for the first tackle. As you can probably see on the field, there is still there was a football or soccer match on yesterday. Basically, it was the NPL New South Wales Grand Final between Manly United and Blacktown City. Blacktown City winning 2-0, and honestly, I think there's probably more people there than here tonight. But then again, it's weird. So, fourth tackle now of the Dragons now on halfway. They're on the far left side, but it's a dummy half run here by Zach Lomax, and it'll be brought down 35 metres away from the try line. And it's a last tackle. It's been given to Ben Hunt, who takes the crossfield kick. And it will be met. That's a good take there. A little bit, that was taken there by the number 5 of Junior Palga. Looked a little bit sloppy in trying to hold on to it, but he does hold on to it. So on to the 25 now for the second tackle, and now this will be the real test here, is to see how, because the Dragons defense is going well to start the game, but you obviously, and just as I speak, it's a double knock on straight away, but the first knock on was by Jock Madden of the West Tigers, and it's going to be a scrum feed to St George, 40 metres away from the try line. So it was like an immediate mistake as well, as trying to get a flick pass out to the number 6 of Talatal Moni. So here we go. So it's now a scrum feed. Tigers fans, come on Tigers, I don't want the wooden spoon. And nobody does. And that's, who's that? Who is that, man? It must be the Dragons coach. Anthony Griffin. Didn't actually know who the Dragons coach was. Okay. So from the scrum feed, the Dragons will shift to the left-hand side as a step, almost a line break. It will get brought down on the 30. So 30 out for the first tackle. They'll shift it off more to the middle now, as that is Blake Laurie. It will get brought down 20 away. It's a set restart. It's a 6 again, inside the 10 penalty. So and that's a good tackle. Oh no, it's still going here. It's actually a really good run there by Jaden Sewell. He's brought down 5 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. They're on the far right side. They'll probably shift it into the middle and probably spread to the left. Oh, they're only going to spread to the left immediately. Ben Hunt with the ball. Feeds it off. It's a 2-on-1 here. Straight for it's a good tackle there. 5 metres short of the line. Third tackle now for the Dragons as they're on the far left this time. Now as Maguire tries to run straight through the guts and will get brought down 5 away now for the fourth tackle. More central in the field. The Dragons will shift it off to the left again. Oh, and the ball's popped out. Still going. Is it a set restart? No, it's just play on. Another offload here as that is Amoni. Amoni's gotten the ball. He's going to run straight at the line. And again, brought down 5 metres away from the try line. This is the last tackle now for the Dragons. And they're going to shift it off. It's a grubber kick by Ben Hunt. And it's been kicked. Was it offside? No, it wasn't. But that was well defended there by the West Tigers there, you can say. Did think there was potential because there was a grubber kick that hit the leg of a Tigers player, trying to see if he was offside. The Tigers player that did pick it up. But it looks right now as that is Adam Dewey now on the run. He gets to the 30 for the third tackle. Now it's a good bit of running there. Tigers now on the 40. Still inside their own half for the fourth tackle. That's a good bit of tackling there. So 40 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle for the Tigers as Dewey goes for a crossfield kick. It's only gone about 10 metres in distance, but that's a great take there by Sloan. Oh, that's a Moni actually. No, it's neither one of them. It's Moga. And there's the second tackle run, as that is Zach Lomax, who will get to the 35 for the second tackle. And now the Dragons will now try to shift it into the middle, as that is going to be the number 10 of Blake Laurie again. He'll get to just shy of halfway for the third tackle. They're going to shift it off to the left again. They've brought the... Oh, that looked like a high shot. And it's not going to be given there. That was a bit of an interesting call. That looked like it was an absolute belter of a hit. Oh, big ruck-up tackle there. As Dragons now on the 40. So last tackle, they're going down to the wing. It's a grubber kick. It's about... Oh, it should be a try here. And who is that? It's number 12. It's Jaden Sewer who's gone over. But they might need to check this because I feel like there was about one or two... So passing it out to the wing and it was a grubber kick. But I feel like about one or two of the Dragons players were offside here. So they might need to check this. I personally felt that Jaden Sewer was offside. So Sewer is the one who gets the cutout pass to Moga. Yeah, they're off. I think they're off. Yeah, Blockers said there's offside. There's a player more offside than Sewer, but I think Sewer was also offside, and obviously he's the one who scored the try. It was it was very tight. I think it's going to be. I think they're going to check this to see if he's offside. It's going to be hard. They're going to check. They haven't checked it yet, though. They've confirmed the try. Okay, that's a bit contentious there. They've actually given the try. They've just said the thing has popped up. Try confirmed. I think he was off. Yeah, basically, the try was awarded, and then they were talking about... They showed the replay, and it looked Jaden Sewer was offside. And even like Blocker said it was off. And then they've said, nope, try confirmed. They're not even going to look at it. That's weird. I think that should have been... That was off. I think it was off. And there was a play that was more off than the... It'd have to have been timed absolutely perfectly. But I don't know. I think that could have been at least worth a check. But there we go. It's 4-0 to the Dragons. Zach Lomax now is set to take the kick. And now the Dragons now with the kick. And that is a fantastic kick to say the least. And it's now 6-0 to the Dragons. As we are now 7.5 gone in this match. Oh, looking back at it slow motion, it looks ridiculously tight. That had to be ridiculously tight. Looking at it again, I don't know. But anyways, kick off and we're back underway here. As Amoni will pick up the ball and it's going to be given straight to Blake Laurie to take the hit up, and it'll get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. Moga now with the ball. He'll get to the just shy of the 30 for the second tackle. I did feel... The try was hard to say. Like, there was a player that was definitely offside, but he wasn't involved. There's a great run there by Jack Bird. It's giving it out to the... Oh, it's a knock on. And that was a good-looking attack there, promising there by the Dragons, but they've lost it. And the ball be a scrum feed now to the Tigers, 40 out. As it's Jack DeBellin that lost the ball. No, that wasn't Jack. That's not Jack DeBellin. Is it Jack DeBellin? No, he's too big to be Jack DeBellin. 11. It was Maguire that dropped it. So here we go, 40 metres out, full set of 6 now coming up for the West Tigers. We're going to pass out to the wing here, as that is going to be the number 1 of Dane Laurie. He'll get brought down 25 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. Tigers now going to try to send it out to the right, as that is going to be the number 8 of Joel Fengai. He's brought down 20 away, second tackle. Oh, a bit of a weird pass. Oh, he's put it down. Dane Laurie's put it down there. It was bouncing on the ground. He's tried to pick it up, and he's immediately put it down, and there goes the chance. And it's our scrum feed now to the Dragons. No, that's just terrible. To be fair, though, the pass was pretty bad. Let us watch. Jackson, unfortunately, I can't, because the NRL will take it down immediately. I feel like there could be surely someone on Twitch is doing it. I think, is Hectic Fred streaming? I don't know. Usually he's able to show the games when he streams on Twitch, so I think that might be the method there, but unfortunately I can't. So just shy of halfway now for the second tackle for the Dragons. So that's going to be the run, as that's now Jack Bird. No, that's DeBellin, actually. Almost a big run there by Sullivan. Now 30 metres away from the try line now for St George. It's the fourth tackle, and it's now a penalty to St George. But now that's the number 10 now for the Dragons. That's Blake Laurie. He takes the first hit up now. 20 out, so a chance for the Dragons now to extend their lead. They shift it off to the left. Oh, it's a great tackle there. So 10 out now, third tackle. The Dragons still about the centre, as that is Jack Bird. Need to remember, they've got a just someone in the number 3 jersey playing at lock. And they're going to the right-hand side now, the Dragons. Amon trying to get over there, but he's... Oh, it's a strip. Yeah, but it's a legal strip. So that's a really good play there by the Tigers, and it's now the Tigers' ball. Now second tackle inside the 10 now. And it's a penalty to the Tigers. I think that's probably like an inside the 10 penalty, so it's a chance for the Tigers to go upfield now. No, it was a ruck in front. Yeah, it was a ruck in front. Not clearing the ruck, yeah. So there's the kick. It lands on the Tigers 40. So it's a chance for an attack to start up here. Oh, it's Offengawi, not Offengai. It's going to be held for the first tackle, just shy of halfway. And now that is the number 10, is Zane Musgrove, who gets brought down on halfway for the second tackle. They'll shift off to the left, right-hand side now, the Tigers. Oh, it's a bit of a line break here. That's the number 11 of Tom Freebarn, who will get to the Dragons 30 now. So, pretty decent chance here for the Tigers to get a try here. They're going to switch and go to the left-hand side, as that is Dane Laurie. Breaks the line, will get brought down 20 away from the try line now. Fourth tackle. Oh, it's run straight from dummy half from Simpkin. He's now a metre short of the line now. Last tackle for the Tigers. They go to the right. And the ball is battered down, and that's going to be a knock-on. No, it's a forward pass. They're saying it's a forward pass by the Tigers, and then it was knocked on by the Dragons, so it's going to be a changeover. But there we go. But that is a brilliant tackle there to prevent almost what looked to be a certain try there for Jake Simpkin. Ran on the 20, picked it up, and just brought down a metre short. Now the Dragons are on the 25 for the second tackle. As that is the number 12, that is Sewer. That was a bit of a flat ball there, and is that lost on? Oh, the Tigers have got it, so it's going to be a knock-on. And it's a bit sloppy this opening 15 minutes, so the Tigers now will get possession of the ball about 35 away from the try line. So it's kind of been how the game has been. Both teams making mistakes. mean, kind of what's happens when both teams aren't making the finals are still playing. It's Ben Hunt with the ball. Tries to get a... He feints short passing it, and then he eventually passes it. And it's right into the hand of Josh Maguire. I think it was a bit of a stupid decision there from Ben Hunt to pass, because he feints it, and Maguire's already committed to the run, and then he just passes it into him. So 35 out now, and a chance for the Tigers. Dewey now with the run. He gets brought down 20 away from the try line now for the first tackle. Now it's another set restart. There's Musgrove now with the ball. Gets brought down 15 away for the first tackle. Now Tigers trying to go on the run there as that was Freebarn. 5 metres over the try line now. Second tackle. It's another set restart now for the Tigers. 5 out. Now they'll go to the right-hand side. Musgrove again now. He's just about 3 metres short of the line now as he's held up. Now they go to the short right-hand side. It's another great tackle there by the Dragons. Now third tackle for the Tigers. And there's a bit of a mistake. As Freebarn has apparently incorrectly played the ball. And it's a changeover now for the Dragons. I think it's ordinary. Ugh. It's again another chance the Tigers can get to try to go over, but just something has to get into their way to stop them. And so there's a tackle on the 15 for the first for the Dragons, as they shift it off now to the right-hand side. Lomax will get brought down on the 20 for the second tackle. So that is that's actually a Moga with the ball now onto the 25 for the Dragons. It's still the third tackle. As Aaron Woods has now come on the field to replace Blake Laurie. I think Blake Laurie looking a little bit worse for wear. Big spin there by Josh Maguire. And he'll get brought down on the 35 for the last tackle. So this has actually been a pretty decent defensive set here by the Tigers. And there's Ben Hunt, a kick now for a 40-20. Unfortunately, it's 2 players back as Brent Naden takes it. Oh, big tackle there by Ben Hunt. Onto the 25 for the first tackle. He chases down his own kick. Fend off there for Palgar. Gets to the 30 for the second tackle. Now it's going to get to the number 3. That's Stafford Toa. Just shy of the 40 for the third tackle. Now passing out to the wing now to the Tigers. Oh, that's fucking obstruct. That's a Shepherd, surely. Yeah, we'll take the knee, yep. Right on halfway. And it's Lomax has stripped it. And there it is. There's a one-on-one strip. And now right on halfway, the Dragons have the ball. Now second tackle, 40 metres out now. The Dragons now will shift it more to the middle. As that's Aaron Woods who will get his first carry of the match. And he'll get brought down on the 30. Now the Dragons now with the ball. It's an attempt to grub a kick. And it's our chase for the ball as Adam Dewey's going for it. He's kicked it again. And Shaw's taking the ball. But it's another sprint again. 20 metres out. It's another grubber kick. But he had hands on the ball. And that's surely got to be... It's a penalty to the Tigers. As Cody Ramsey actually did, like, grab onto the Tigers player. I mean... Yeah, so surely at that point, isn't that it's not a professional foul? Yep, so it's a penalty 15 metres out now. Oh, shit, there we go. Yep, it is a form of a professional foul. It's Cody Ramsey has just been put in the bin. I had a feeling that was going to be the case. Because it basically denied potentially what to be a Tigers try. So there we go. Cody Ramsey now off the field. He will not be back until the 28th minute of this match. So huge chance here for the Tigers. So here we go. 15 metres away from the try line. And a set of 6 with a man advantage for the Tigers. Oh, they've made a mistake on the first, as Musgrove on the first bit of play. Are they going to challenge this? Are the Tigers going to challenge this? They will. Musgrove immediately came up and thought he was going to challenge, saying that there was a mistake in the possession. So let's have a look here. They're challenging a knock on here, the Tigers. That's a hand on the ball. Yeah, it's a hand on the ball. Yeah, he's pulled his arm out and the ball's popped out. Yeah, ruck interference. The challenge is successful. Cooper, I can't show the game, unfortunately, because the NRL will immediately bring the stream down. It's a bit of a shit go, I understand, but I think Hectic Fred might be streaming on Twitch. To Twitch you should be able to show the game, I think. I'm not sure. So here we go. Penalty now to the Tigers. 10 metres out again. That is going to be the number 8. That's Offengai, who brought down 5 metres short of the line for the first. Now the Tigers now going off to the right-hand side here. Dewey will get wrapped up as well. 10 metres away from the line. And it's a set Reese. It's a 6 again now. Inside the 10 penalty. And the flick ball. Now Dewey with the ball. And Dewey probably go himself here. But he'll get held up just short of the line now. He's about a metre short now. This will be the second tackle for the Tigers. That's going to be a run. It's Dane Laurie will get brought down on the 15 as the pass goes way back. So third tackle now for the Tigers. So we're out to the right-hand side now. So that is the number 7. That's Jock Matter now. 5 metres short, 4th tackle. They're going to shift it off more to the middle. And that is Offengawi. Just shy of the line now. Last tackle here for the Tigers. They're going to get it out to the left-hand side now. Madden. Passing out. Still going with the ball here. Passing it out to the middle. The Tigers still got the ball. They're changing it now. They're in the middle now. And they've flicked it off. And it's an interception by the Dragons. So after all of that pressure, the Tigers still can't get it done. Mate, not watching, but who just got sim-binned? It was Cody Ramsey that got sim-binned for the Dragons. Basically, it was an attempt to grab a kick by Ben Hunt on the other side of the field. It does get kicked by a Tigers player. And then Tigers player kicks it again. And then it's basically between Dewey and Ramsey. And Ramsey pulls the shirt ever so slightly of Dewey for him to get the ball. And he got put in the bin for it. So Blake Laurie now off the field for a HIA as well for the Dragons. So last tackle for the St George, now 35 out. And there's the high kick by Ben Hunt. And it's taken by Dane Laurie inside the 10. Brett Name with a big run there. He gets to the 25 for the... Wait, this is the first... That was the first tackle. Oh, big run here. Almost a line break there. That was for Stafford Toa. Just about short. We've got the pass out to the winger. They could have been through there. But the Tigers now starting to make the man of age. And here comes Stafford Toa down the line to the 30, the 20, the 10. Fends off one and he's wrapped up. What a tackle. And now here we go. Third tackle for the Tigers. The Dragons need to get back. The Tigers go straight through the guts with a massive gap there. And he gets the try. I'm trying to figure out who it is. For the Tigers, is that? I think that's Freebarn. I think. As the, I'm just a bit confused there because the Tigers player got up and he started shushing. It's Tigers home game. I don't know if there's actually more Dragons fans. I don't know. So Stafford with a brilliant line break there. He had no one there. He tried to go around this Dragons player, but it was the number 3 actually. It was Jack Bird all the way back at fullback. That's interesting. And then they pass it through the middle as all the Dragons players are up on the far left, and there's a massive gap opening. I think he shushed it like a family of dragons, like literal kids. He shushed. So who is it? Is that 13? It might be Fanua Brown, for Anu Brown. I think that's who it is. That might be for Anu Brown. Yep. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's for Anu Brown. He got the try now for the Tigers. His 6th try of the season. So now, and pretty much it's right in front as well. So this will basically be 6-all with 16 minutes 40 remaining in this game. And there's the conversion. It is successful. I still think the Tigers shouldn't play at Comeback. I think it's terrible. Literally, like, they're showing like a reverse camera for Anu Brown, like when he scored and he's like shushing, like, they're all Tigers fans. Like, I don't know who he's shushing. I'm so confused. But anyway, 6-all, kickoff resumed from the Dragons, as they've still got probably about 5 minutes still, with Cody Ramsey still being in the bloody, what's it called, the bloody sin bin, and that is a penalty now to the Tigers as well. So it's not going well here for the Dragons. And Dewey's going for the immediate punt. It'll go out on the 40 inside of the Dragons half here. So it's a huge chance here for the Tigers to take the lead. And if the Tigers win this, then it's going to put all the pressure on the Gold Coast, as this spoon race certainly heats up. So here we go. Second tackle now for the Tigers. That's number 14 of Pole. 10 metres out. Almost a breakthrough run there for the Tigers. So 5 metres short of the line, third tackle. Ramsey's still 4 minutes away from coming back on the field. As that is the number 14. That is Pole again. Right in the middle. About 5 metres out now for the fourth tackle. Tigers now go to the right. Oh, go himself. Go yourself, man. He should have gone yourself. Oh, he's gone over there. The person he's passed it to, he certainly have gotten it down. And just like that, the Tigers are now in front. It's Tom Freeman. He gets the try over, but I think the offload to him was a bit silly. I think the player could have gone himself if he just spun to the right, but there we go. It's now 10 points to 6 to the Tigers with a kick to come, and it's relatively close to the post, so it should be 12 points to 6. It's Dewey. I think Dewey could have... Oh, I don't know. There was Ben Hunt was there. No, I think it was the right idea to actually get the pass off. But anyways, there we go. 10 points to 6. Tom Freeman gets the try. And so big. This is a big thing. Is though, if the Tigers can keep this momentum, especially with Cody Ramsey coming back into the game, then who knows what could happen. So there we go. Tom Freeman, first career try. And there's the bunch of the Tigers players who aren't playing. There's about 8 players who are out missing there for the Tigers. So here we go. So Adam Dewey now with the conversion attempt. He got the first one, and this one from pretty similar range, as we've got just under 14 remaining in this first half. A chance to make it a 6-point lead now for the Tigers. Oh, it's going to be a huge game as well for the Tigers next week. The Tigers playing to avoid the spoon next week and the Raiders playing potentially to stay in the finals. That's going to be a huge game for the last week. So there we go. So Blake Laurie's passed his HIA for the Dragons. So there's a little bit of good news. And not Blake Laurie, but Cody Ramsey should be back on for the Dragons in about 3 or so minutes. So the final 10 minutes will actually be pretty interesting, to say the least. So here's the kickoff to restart the match. And it's taken by the Tigers here. And here comes a big run there by Pole, who gets brought down on... Oh, it's a strip! But it's a one-on-one strip. You've seen about 3 of them so far this half. And the Dragons now first tackled Zach Lomax. Oh! On the 15. And that's a bloody attitude adjustment put on by Zach Lomax on... I think it was Jake Simpkin, I believe. Bit of John Cena action, to say the least, as that's now Tyrell Fuimaono, and it's now a penalty to the Dragons. So, I think referee almost obstructed the Tigers players leading up to that try there, as it was a quick tap there by the Dragons. So, about a metre out, first tackle. The Dragons now give the ball off to Josh Maguire, who's going to be held up about 2 metres short of the line now for the second tackle. Now the Dragons will shift it off to the right-hand side. Ben Hunt with the ball. Goes short. And it's going to be... I was given to the number 14. That is Fuimaono. Just shy of the line. Third tackle now for the Dragons. I'll shift it off. Bit of a flatboard, Aaron Woods. He'll get brought down 5 metres short of the line. Right in front of the post now for the fourth tackle. Dragons now go to the left-hand side. Hunt gives it out to the wing. Oh, he's lost it. It's going to be a knock-on there, as that was the number 17 there, Tyrell Sloan, trying to go over. But the ball does pop out. So if he gets knocked just shy of the... I'm just trying to figure this out here. It was just shy of the... It was just shy of the line where he loses it, but the ball does end up going into the goal. It shouldn't be a 20-metre race. It should just be 10-metre. No, that's out of play. Yeah, fair play. So it's going to be on the 10 changeover. So Cody Ramsey now about to come back onto the field now for the Dragons to make it 13 on 13. The Dragons now on the 20 for the first... Tigers, sorry, are on the 20 for the first tackle. If the Tigers can get like another try... Oh, there we go. Ramsey's now back on the field. So back to evens, Stevens. So now the Tigers now getting the run. That's the number 8. That is Ofengai. Gets to the 35 for the third tackle. Now the Tigers now going to the left. As that's the number 12 there. That is Tuolaki. Gets brought down on the 40 for the fourth tackle. Now it's the number 20. For Manu Brown. Why is he wearing a number 23? I thought he was 13. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, that's right. For Manu Brown, his jersey actually, like the number actually got torn when he scored the try. So he's now number 23, I suppose. I'll just have to write that down now. It's just a jersey change. So now the Dragons now with the ball as we're about to enter the final. Oh, be careful. As that's Blake Laurie now on the 35 for the third tackle. And Ben Hunt's going for a low-driven 40-20 attempt. And it was just about stay in play for the Tigers to pick it up. But it did have the distance. Naden gets an offload off. And that is Dane Laurie. And he'll get brought down on the 30 for the first tackle for the West Tigers. So... just kind of showing of how good the placement kicking is from Ben Hunt. So now we're into the final 10. It's now the Tigers now going to get to just shy of halfway now for the third tackle, as that is Little now coming on to replace Simpkin. Big tackle there on Jock Madden. Gets to the fourth tackle on the 40 inside of the Dragons half. It's Fuimaono was the person who came on to replace Jack DeBellin. So 35 out now. Last tackle for the West Tigers. Let's see what they go for. So Adam Dewey now with a bit of a torp. And it's taken by Cody Ramsey, who almost collided with another Dragons player trying to get it. And Ramsey now will get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. Not much communication currently from the Dragons, as a lot of the Dragons players are really bunched up. None of them out in the wings. They're all starting to get pretty tight, obviously having to work a bit harder with the account of one less player. So Sewer now getting to the 45, just inside of the Dragons half for the fourth tackle. And now the Dragons again go through the guts. So it's number 14 that is Fui Maono. 45 out, last tackle, and it's a high kick by Ben Hunt. There's a bit of pressure on Laurie, and he does get taken. And it's going to be a penalty because he was in the air when it was taken. And it's a penalty, Jack. Oh, Jack, you idiot. Because he fucking swore at the ref, you idiot. It was Jack Bird there. He went off at the ref. Oh, no. No. Oh, no. It's the bloody Jason Tarbo last week, as Jack Bird, it was a penalty for being tackled in midair. And then Jack Bird swore at the ref, so then it was a penalty anyways. And then Jack Bird continuing to go off at the ref, and the refs had enough, and he sent him to the bin. So after all of that time with Cody Ramsey not being on the field, now the Dragons have to play the final 8 minutes without their lock. So this is going to be very interesting, to say the least. Referees not taking shit. Fucking, you like to see it. So there we go. So the Dragons will be without Jack Bird and down to 12 until the second minute of the second half. Dane Laurie now with the ball, and it'll get brought down on the 15 for the third tackle. So huge chance here for the Tigers to extend their lead going into the half. Good bit of running there, and the Tigers will be brought down 5 metres short of the line. So here we go. Out to the left now. They've got numbers. Oh, that's gone backwards, surely. Yeah, it's not knocked on, so still the fourth tackle. Big running charge there by the Tigers. About a metre short of the line now. Last tackle for the Tigers. They'll go to the right. Almost an interception there. But it's now got permanent numbers. And it's another try to the West Tigers. As that's number 11. It's Freeburn again. After all, what a crazy couple of minutes. Cody Ramsey just coming on from off the sim bin. For then Jack Bird to go into it about 2 minutes later. It was a great bit of run there from the Dragons player trying to get an interception. But unfortunately, just mistimed it. So, yep, Jack Bird was in the air. Did tackle Dane Laurie when he was in the air. And then a bit of words was said by Jack Bird, and he got sent to the bin. And then just great bit of play there by almost a beautiful run for an interception there. I think that was Ben Hunt, I think, trying to go for it. But there we go. So Tom Freeburn for the second try of the match, and it's now 16-6 to the Tigers. And you got 5 minutes 50 remaining, and you still got that man advantage up until the 42nd minute. So huge opportunity here for the Tigers to really put on some points. And you got to think now that the Gold Coast Titans are now looking at this a bit concerned now. Meaning that they have to win against the Knights to stay on level pegging. They should be fine, though. To be completely honest. But there we go. Thomas Freeburn getting his second try of the day. This will probably be the most difficult kick here for the Tigers. It's still relatively in the middle of the field, but it's far out with the sun absolutely beaming down on Adam Dewey. So here we go. This to make it an 18-6 lead. Adam Dewey takes a breath in. He breathes out. He marches for the kick. And he hits the post. That's what happens. Someone's directly in his face, to be fair. But there we go. So it's going to remain 16-6. But with 5.5 to go, who knows what will happen with this this man advantage that the Tigers now have. And to be fair, I still think Jock Madden probably could have scored that, but good on to give the boy Fairburn his second try, Freeburn. Give him the try. Just give him the try. As the kickoff has now occurred by the Dragons. Does let it bounce the Tigers, and that's going to be the number 14. That's going to be Fanua Pole, who will get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. And it's a knock on here. Okay, so the Dragons now 15 away from the try line. Now it's a penalty of the Tigers. Okay, the sideline official saying that there was a hand on the ball of an infringement. So there we go. So was there? Oh yeah, Lomax just pops it out. Yes, there we go. Good listening to the sideline officials there. I'm actually liking this referee. He's actually going all right. So the ball gets kicked out onto the 40-meter line for the Tigers now. So it's Jack Bird has now got 6 minutes remaining in his bin. So we won't be seeing him for the rest of the first half. Here comes the charge now. The Tigers now 30 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. They're going to shift off to the right-hand side here. Oh, it's almost a high shot there, but it's Dewey still with the ball. Dewey gives it off to Dane Laurie. Laurie still got the ball and will get brought down on the 15 for the third tackle. So now down to the middle. Going to go through the guts. It's number 15. That's Austin Diaz, who gets his first carry of the game. So fourth tackle, 10 metres out, right in the middle of the field. They'll shift to the right-hand side now, the Tigers. Passing the inside. Oh, he falls down. He's about a metre short of the line, of Fengai. So last tackle for the Tigers. They'll go to the left. Pass right to the middle. Dane Laurie. I think he might have gotten held up there. But they're going to check this. I think he got held up. So they're just going to check to see if Dane Laurie has gotten the ball on the ground. So here we go. It's going to be a huge... it's already a huge turning point in this game. But this could really put the Dragons in some trouble. Laurie... Ooh. They're going to check it. It does like it looks really close. Or he would just get held up. But a great chance there by Dane Laurie getting... It's really close. It got so close, but he does just get held up. But there we go. So it's going to be held up. So it's going to be a changeover now. They're still looking at it. I think Dane Laurie thought it was saying it was a try. So it's a handover now for the Dragons now on their 10. Dane Laurie for certain thought he got the ball down. It looked really close, but unfortunately, because even if they did look at like an angle they probably could have grounded, there'd probably be no official evidence to prove that it did hit the ground. So first tackle now for the Dragons is on the 20, as that is Blake Laurie. We'll say though, if the Dragons do get a try here, that'll be a huge boost going into the sheds at halftime. Making it say if it's like 16-12, it's like they're only 4 down. They have to survive 2 minutes in the second half without Jack Bird. Now, there we go. It's a penalty now to the Dragons. So right on halfway, where the penalty was called. So it's a huge chance for the Dragons to get an attack as we're going into the final 3 minutes of the first half. There's a kick of the touch, and the ball be placed on the 40 inside of the Tigers half. So, I got money on the Dragons. Should I pull my money out yet? That's the thing you don't know with these games, Cameron. It's weird. Like, I have money on the I do have money on the Dragons, but oh, 0 tackle turnover. What? Was it a wait? What? Oh, okay. So the inside the 10, the ruck infringement penalty was just outside of the 40. They thought it was inside the 40, meaning it was a penalty, as that's a terrible pass back. It's beyond halfway, so it's given as a no. It's a play of the ball, not a pen. That's actually a very good call there by the. I don't know who this referee is, but he's actually doing really well. He's actually a really good ref. The rules. A man knows the rules. Who would have thought? Dragons out with the ball now, shifting it off to the left-hand side. Cody Ramsey now with the ball, gets brought down on the Tigers 30 for the 4th tackle. Dragons probably have one more set after this. But here we go, last tackle, 20 metres out now for the Dragons. Grubber kick by Amon, and that's going to be set restart. Yep, it does get played up by a Tigers play, so it's a full set, 10 metres out now for St George. That's number 16. That is Jackson Ford. 5 metres away from the try line now for the 2nd tackle. There's 90 seconds remaining in this first half. Ben Hunt with the ball. Hunt stepping. Gets a pass out to Ramsey. And he gets wrapped up about a metre short by Dewey. 3rd tackle now for the Dragons. That's surely going to be a penalty. No. Josh Maguire still going. It'll get brought down about 5 metres short of the line now for the 4th tackle. Here we go, the last minute of the game. Dragons going short. Big cutout pass by Ben Hunt. And the Dragons get held up over the line, so it's going to go back to the 10 for the last tackle. Really good defence being shown here by the Tigers. There's a few players down at the moment. Beautiful flat pass out there by Ben Hunt. But unfortunately, there's about 5 Tigers players waiting for it. So here we go. Last tackle. They shift it off more to the middle. It's a cross-field kick. Taken by Lomax, and he's lost it. And Dewey will pick it up. And Dewey will stay and play. I mean, to be fair, it should be a knock-on anyways. As the stream quality for KOs is absolutely taking the absolute piss. Like, it's actually just straight up just stop. What the hell? There we go. So, 3rd tackle now on the 15. Now 15 seconds to go. Oh, good pass. Oh, it's a knock on. So, the Dragons now have the ball. It's a 1 tackle. So 1 play before the end of the half. What can the Dragons do? They're 35 out. Crossfield kick. It's immediately charged down. It's a set restart, but it doesn't really matter. So still 1 tackle remaining. As that is Sloan. Gets it out to Amoni. Cross kick. And it's batted out by Adam Dewey into touch. And that will be the end of the first half. It's at 16-6 to the West Tigers. Dewey putting in an absolute clinic there. 2 sin bins by the Dragons there. It's just not looking good so far for St George. But yeah, that's half time. It's actually been, honestly, it's been a really actually interesting game. It's actually been being pretty decent to say the very least. As Tyson, Dragons discipline costing them 100%. 100%. That's what's going on at the moment. It's really really weird to see how about the Dragons just being switched off there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do. Take a little bit of a break or something like that, but go into I genuinely don't know what to do. Trying to process this. I'm going to go get some water, but I'll be back in about like 30 or so seconds, so yeah. 16-6 to the Tigers.
Who's that playing?
Dragons.
Oh, so it's not like a big result, really.
It is.
Where are they sitting currently?
Well, I don't know. Anyways, yep, that is half time. 16-6 to the Tigers. What can we say? The game started out really sloppy for both teams. It's constant knock-ons were happening. The Dragons did get the opening try of the game. It was scored by Jaden Sewer, who was a grubber kick from Amoni right on the far right wing. Looked a little bit contentious. I thought he might have been offside, but it's hard to tell. Either he's just offside or it's perfectly timed. But and then what opened the game up is Cody Ramsey got sin-binned. Basically, it was a grubber kick from Ben Hunt on the other side of the field. It hits a Tigers player leg, goes out to about halfway. Dewey chases it down and grubber kicks it. It gets taken out by two Dragons players as well. And then another Dragons, it was Cody Ramsey and another Tigers player were going for it about the 30. And Ramsey tugs at the Tigers player's jersey for him to get the ball. Instantly shown as a penalty and a sin bin. And then Ramsey comes back on the field, but without two tries being scored. Famanu Brown and Tom Freeburn getting tries in that period. And then about 3 minutes later, after Cody Ramsey comes back onto the field, Jack Bird gives away a penalty from tackling, I think it's Dane Laurie in the air. And then he keeps mouthing off to the referee. And then the ref just has enough and sends him to the bin. And in the last about 8 minutes to go, which then result in Tom Freeburn getting another try and making it the score its way it is. So Jack Bird will be still out of the game until the 42nd minute. So pretty much 2 minutes into the second half, he'll be back on the field. So it's hard to say. It's a very interesting game, to say the very least. It's a really good game. Just trying to think if I could do something anything about a halftime poll or something like that, you know. Just trying to think really about what can be a good poll. Well, the Tigers hang on. I think that could be I think it's a decent poll we could go with. Just got some water, no ice. But yeah, very interesting game. Excited to see how the second half actually does turn out. Poll. There we are. There's the poll for the half time is: will the West Tigers go on to win this game? Will they hang on? Is going to be the main question, to say the very least. Which for me personally, I think it's going to be a bit hard to tell, because but for all we know, the Tigers could absolutely just switch off and the Dragons come back to win this game. We don't know. But what I will say is, though, I'd be a bit worried in terms for the Titans, because if the Tigers do go on to win this, that basically means the Titans pretty much have to win against the Knights, which, I mean, shouldn't be too hard, but you don't know with the Titans. Or the Knights, for that matter, either. So you just don't know. So it's going to be... It's hard to say. It's one of those games where anything can happen, which does excite me, to say at the very least. So yeah, they're just going through the halftime talk show now, so it should be about 5 or 6 minutes away from the game restarting. But yeah, it's a very interesting game, to say the very least. It's weird. So currently now, in terms of the poll, 4 people have voted on this, and it's a split 50-50 between yes, the Tigers will hang on to win the game, and no, they won't. Oh, another vote now. It's now 60-40 now for the no's. The nays currently winning over the yays. Just having a look at everything at the moment. We're now 1,304 subs, so we've actually gained 4 subs so far. So thank you very much for everyone who has subbed. It's going pretty good so far. This stream, yep, no issues at all. So touch wood, so it doesn't actually curse anything. But yeah, stream's going really well so far. Just trying to check the I'm just going to check the NRL ladder now. So with the NRL ladder currently, so the Tigers are winning by 10. Tigers win by 10, so they'll go to 268. So pretty much there's a 63-point difference between the Titans and the Tigers in the Gold Coast favour. So pretty much the Tigers pretty much need to win. So if they win this, the Tigers will go to 12 competition points, so overtaking the Titans, who have 10. Obviously, the Titans still have to play. They have to play against the Knights. If the Titans win that, then they'll go to 15th, and the Tigers will stay in last. So, yeah, pretty much the Titans have to match the Tigers, and then they should be fine for the spoon. But also, interesting factor to say the least is that if the Titans and the Tigers win their last 2 games, then there is actually there's actually a chance that the Warriors could get the spoon as well, because the Warriors actually have the worst for and against in the NRL. They've got minus 291, so there is a chance that the Warriors could get the spoon. But I seriously highly doubt that would happen, but you never know. For all we know, the Knights could get the spoon. I think the Knights have done too much to get the spoon, personally. I think it's... Like, the Warriors still have a chance, but that relies on the Tigers to win this and beat Canberra, and then the Titans to beat the Knights and then beat the Warriors. But then again, they're playing the Warriors in New Zealand, so it's hard to tell. It is quite hard to tell. But yeah, it's just... I mean, who knows what will happen here. It's both teams now in the sheds here as we're just waiting now. It's just waiting now basically for the restart of the match. And so pretty much after this stream ends, there should be a immediate redirect which will take you straight away to the Gold Coast Titans and Newcastle Knights stream, which will be happening directly after this, as we get to see if the Knights are massive or not. Well, we're not, but, you know. Something like that. But there's also, one thing that also is happening at the moment is, later on tonight is the Belgian Grand Prix for the F1. Pretty interesting. Surely Verstappen's, like, won it at this point, like, surely. It's got to be close. He's got to be close to clinching it, surely. This is what I found out. Oh, no, they're still only halfway through. They've got about like 20 fucking races left to do. But yeah, it's very interesting times we're seeing, man. It's looking really good. It's things are going up. It's yeah, I don't know. One thing I probably will need to do in the second half somewhat is actually start writing down the team list for the Titans and the Knights. That will be an interesting game to say the least when that does pop up. Oh, there we go. It's 7 votes now in the poll, and it's now the yes that has the majority. 57% in favour, saying so. It's a 4-3 vote count. 4 saying that yes, the Tigers will hang on to win this game. 3 saying no, they won't. It's exciting. We don't know what's going to happen. It's rugby league. Oh, it's so cool. I'm such a twat. Oh, holy shit. I'm such a twat. But anyways, we're getting close now. Surely we're getting close. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, that's right. That's just having a quick look at to seeing if they actually have got the team list done now for the Titans and the Knights. The official ones, they have not yet. It should be done within the next couple of minutes. And current ins and outs at the moment. Simi Sasagi and Oren Keeley are out for the Knights. Patrick Herbert's out for the Titans. Brian Kelly and Klesi Haas in for the Titans. Daniel Saifidi and Awi Tawala and Tyson Frizzell in for the Knights, which is really crucial. Just like to see the Knights win, you know? Just be nice, you know? I don't want BKR barging down my door. I don't want him barging down my DMs. I don't want that to happen. But anyways, getting close now. We should be pretty much ready to start the second half. We're almost there. Okay, any last minute votes? Anybody want to have their voice heard in terms of the halftime poll? You've got probably about a minute or two remaining until it will be closed. So, if you just want to make your voices heard, you better get in on it. I would officially close with the yeses being the majority. Because interestingly enough, it was actually the votes. It was like a 2-to-1 ratio in favour of the Tigers actually taking the win. So basically, been on par so far. The way the match is going. So here we go. We are back to the stream. Warren Smith. So here we go. Will the Dragons keep getting in their own way, or will they finally switch on to actually get ready for this match? But the Tigers look fired up going into this second half. Okay, we're very close now to ending the poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's ended. So it will end with the 7 votes, 57% majorities in favour of yes. The Tigers will hang on and win this match. So, very interesting to say the least. The Dragons are already on the field. It's now the West Tigers come out now. As the West Tigers will be kicking off, so the Dragons will receive the ball first. The Dragons should be running screen right. The opposite to the direction that the Tigers ran in the first half, because that's how sports works. So Adam Dewey, 2 try assists so far. Really a fantastic game so far for Adam Dewey. So here we go. Adam Dewey now setting ready to kick off. The Dragons will have to play 2 minutes with 12 men until Jack, and that will be when Jack Bird comes back onto the field. Oh, it's not even 2 minutes. 1 minute 25. So pretty much, by that, so pretty much, who's gonna win, bro? On your guess from now. Oh, it's hard. I'd probably say would edge it to the Tigers at this point because the Dragons are a bit lost, but you never know, Sabi. It's weird. So here's the kickoff. So only 1 minute 25. So pretty much the Dragons will play their full set, and he'll come back on when the Tigers are on the attack. So second tackle now for the Dragons as I'll get to the 30 for the second tackle. And that's a good bit of run there. I think that's Cody Ramsey, who will get to just shy of halfway for the third tackle. It's a good bit of run there as the Dragons already past halfway now. 45 away from the fourth tackle. Shifts it into the middle now. So that's a run up the guts there by... Don't know who that is anyway. Last tackle 40 metres out. There's the kick by the Dragons. It's a long chase. It's taken by the Dragons. Almost a pass to Amoni. It's still play on. Last tackle. Dragons down to the right-hand side. And the stream has stopped working. It stopped working. T-Tank's trying to get it working. I'm trying to keep the intensity going because I don't know what the fuck's happened. He's trying to restart the stream. We don't know. Currently, the stream is looking like this. The time has stopped. Trying to reload the stream now. For all we know, the Dragons have probably scored, or the Tigers have gone and intercepted it, gone to the other side of the field. He's reloading the stream now, trying to refresh KO, trying to wait for it to load. Yeah, brought to you by Toyota Gazoo Racing. He's still trying to get the bloody stream going. Gets onto fixtures, goes to the ones currently going on right now, clicks on the West Tigers Dragons stream, kicks on from live, and let's see what has happened. And it's probably a goal line dropout here as the Dragons pick the ball up on the first tackle on the 35. So that's probably what has happened. It's a grubber kick and probably resulted in a dropout. So now back on even pegging as Jack Bird is now certainly back on the field. And the streamer stopped again. KO's been quite dodgy today. So out to the right hand side now, the Dragons. That's a good tackle now. 15 out, third tackle. Oh, it's a set restart now for the Dragons as well, as that is Jackson Ford's now come on for Jaden Sullivan. Second tackle now, 10 metres out for St George. St George really need to get probably should get the first try in the second half if they want to come back and win this game. That's a good tackle there by the Tigers now, 10 metres out, third tackle. What's KO doing? Let me just put on the data and we just try that again. It's actually been ridiculous how KO has been dodgy. So for all I know, the Dragons still have the ball. Basically putting up a load of pressure now on the Tigers try line. It's another set restart. That's about 3 set restarts here. So the Tigers really need to be careful, because if they give another one away, surely it would result in a penalty and a sin bin. Lomax, no look pass, and that's a try into the corner. And there we go. That is Tautau Moga who goes over. And just like that, after all that pressure, the Dragons do get the try they need. And a conversion attempt from the sideline here to potentially make it a 4-point deficit. So there we go. Tautau Moga gets the try. And that's the first leg of my multi up. For those wondering what I need Tautau Moga to score twice, Ben Hunt to score. I need Brent Naden to score for the Tigers, and the Dragons to win. About $81, good. Lomax. One of the easier tries that Tautau Moga would have to have scored in his career. So here we go, 16-10. No look, the no look beat. It's got to go like the flick. It's the no look flick pass. You know, the Matt Gidley, you know. So conversion attempt from the sideline here. It's going to be really difficult here for Zach Lomax, but he's probably one of the best goal kickers in the NRL. Bit of a hot take? I don't think so. Literally right on the sideline from 25 out. Probably the most... What time does it end? It should end... As long as there isn't too many stoppage siros, it should stop about 10 to 4. It will end at, but it'll end at, it's basically in terms of time, but it actually will end when it hits 80 minutes. But yeah, it will probably end by 10 to 4, 5 to 4. Here's a conversion attempt by Lomax. He's hit it down the middle, but it's curled away. I mean, he's hit the middle of the ball, but it's curled away, so it's going to be a miss. So we'll remain 16-10. But that first try can be crucial in these types of matches of the second half. 6 tries and 4 there for Tautau Moga. So another kickoff. So 5 minutes officially gone in this second half. And it's already been brought down to a 1-try deficit. Who am I going for? Well, I've got a multi on the Dragons. So, kind of them, even though I don't support either team, basically, Cyros. So, second tackle now for the Dragons as they get to the 25. Good wrap up there by the number 16 of Little. Now here we go. The Jackson Ford now with the ball gets brought down on the 45 inside of the Dragons half for the 4th tackle. And the pass has gone straight to nobody, but it does end up in the hands of a Dragons player. So right on halfway, last tackle for St George. Given to Ben Hunt, who hasn't really had that much of the ball, to be honest, from the first half. Down low, that's knocked back. It's Brent Naden now with the ball. I'll go for the Knights, who play after this, which that should be an interesting game. It was a 0 tackle anyways. So it was a knock on there by that by Lomax. So now this will be the actual first tackle of the set on the 20 for the Tigers. There's a Stafford Toa, gets the 35 for the 25 for the second tackle, sorry. Now a Fengai gets an offload, that's a knock on. And now 30 metres away from the try line, the Dragons have another chance. This will potentially tie the game. Have we jinxed the Tigers? I don't know, probably. Probably in fairness. So huge chance here for St George to get the scrum feed out. So here comes the ball now from the scrum feed as Lomax picks the ball up first. And he'll get brought down 25 out for the first tackle. The ball will be sent Mel to the middle now, as that is going to be Laurie, who fends it off to Ben Hunt. Now the Dragons trying to get it off to the left-hand side. Dewey now with the ball. Dewey gets the tackle on, as that's Jack DeBellin. He gets brought down on the 15 for the second tackle. Bellin goes it again. He brought down on the third tackle on the 10-metre line, actually. So, Dragons going to the left-hand side now. Amoni trying to break through the line. He'll get brought down 5 metres away from the try line for the fourth tackle. Dragons now trying to get to the other side of the field. Right to the line. Moga gets a flick out to Lomax. Lomax still with the ball. It's a great tackle there by Tulagi now. 10 metres out. Last tackle to St George as Lomax trying to milk a penalty. Now Ben Hunt with a crossfield kick. Ball just goes straight out. So it's going to be a 20-metre restart now. 20-metre restart. Yep, big. That's a good set, defensive set there by the Tigers. So, 7 tackle set now. So, Tigers now second tackle. They're just shy of halfway now. And it's a set restart now. Coming into it. Let's go West Tigers. A few Tigers fans about. It's good to see. They've actually got a fairly decent membership size compared to how they've gone so far. But here we go. Second tackle, sorry, from the set restart now. It's going to be the number 14 of... Just trying to write out the Knights list. The number 14 was Pole. Fanoa Brown now gets brought down 10 metres away from the try line now. Fourth tackle. Tigers going to the left. Laurie intercepted! And here we go! Tau Moga on the run. He'll get to halfway, but Dewey's coming in like an absolute piss missile. Dewey will drag him out. 10 metres out. What an absolute chase by Adam Dewey. Almost reminiscent of Darren Albert in the 97 prelim final against North Sydney. What an intercept by Tau Moga. Surely that effort had to be awarded with a try, but Adam Dewey coming out of absolute nowhere. And he gets brought down 5 metres short of the line. That is an absolute belter of a try saver. I mean, to be fair though, Darren Albert did do it by himself though, but when Dewey get brought up, Brent Naden dragged him out, but that is a moment that can completely change a game. That's actually an amazing play there. That's a high shot there, I think, on Pauga. But 20 metres out now. Second tackle for the Tigers. That's a big hit there on Fanoa Brown. So the Tigers now just shy of halfway now for the fourth tackle. Madden goes for a kick. It's a decent kick trying to get him into the 10. And that Cody Ramsey will pick the ball up. And Ramsey will get brought down on the 20 for the first tackle for St George. Well, now 11.5 gone in this second half. But yeah, so that's Blake Laurie now with the ball. Trying to hold on, it'll be the third tackle there. So Dragons now right on halfway now for the fourth tackle. As that's Jack DeBell and he gets brought down 35 away from the try line now for the last tackle. So this will be the last kick there by... It's a bit of a weird kick. It takes a bounce and no one goes for it. It'll go straight out on the 20. So it's going to be a ball, Tigers ball here. So Tigers, sorry about that. I just had to write some things down. But Tigers now third tackle on the 40 as the ball went out from the 20. So fourth tackle now right on halfway for the West Tigers. Right down the middle for Noah Brown. 40 metres out now. Last tackle be given to Dewey. And Dewey with a high kick. Ramsey will take it inside the 10. And Ramsey will get brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. But basically, so now the Dragons now going up to the 35 now for the... We can't see it. Yeah, I can't show the game, unfortunately, because of the NRL copyright that absolutely... they'll trap me down, unfortunately. Sure there's someone on Twitch doing it. I know there's a bunch of people that do it on Twitch. I think Hectic Fred might be one of them. So last second half of the Dragons, 40 out. There's the high kick there. Nathan, that's a brilliant take as Lomax had a lot of pressure. What the fuck is Lomax doing? How the hell is that not a penalty? He's basically taken him and slammed him to the ground like on his head. Like, how is that not like a punished? I'm sorry, how is that not like a penalty? Basically, like, at that point, you just punch him in the head, like, when you bring him down, like... Honestly, if I was the Tigers player, I probably would have stayed down and probably tried to milk the penalty there. But there we go, last tackle, just shy of halfway now. Going to go for the 40-20 here. But it'll be taken on the 20 there by Moga. Moga will get brought down on the 40 for the first tackle for the Dragons. So Blake Laurie now with the ball gets brought down on the Tigers 40 for the third tackle. Now Ben Hunt, now the Dragons are trying to send it out to the right, trying to find a space open. They've got the offload off. Amon now with the ball and he'll get brought down on the Tigers 30 for the fourth tackle. DeBella now gets the ball out to Ben Hunt. Does get a good pass out though. It's now to the number 17 for the Dragons. I believe that's going to be Sloan. So here we go. Last tackle, 20 out for the Dragons. Ben Hunt with the kick. Lomax has a lot of pressure on him. And oh, what a take by Zach Lomax. He's batted it down forward and he's able to regather to catch it and ground it. And just like that, it's now 16-14 with a kick to come. So there we go. In the conversion attempts, relatively in front, the sun out of his face. It should be 16 all with about 23 to go. Kick there by Ben. Basically been the target man for most of the kicks in the second half. He's bobbled it. That's a great take. Wait, what? Oh, hang on. They're going to see if Lomax did touch it, then he does able to regather it, but they are going to check to see if it does touch the Tigers player before when he gets the second retake, because if it is, that means it's a knock-on by the Dragons. They're going to check this. This is going to be hard to tell. It's a clean run, yeah. The run's completely fine. Is there a... Lomax... Yep. Lomax touches it, and then it's touched the Tigers player, which means it's gone forward, so it's a knock-on. So it's an absolute brilliant play, but unfortunately the try... And the ball almost pops out there anyway, so the try's not going to count. It'll be taken off him. So it will remain 16-10 to the Tigers, but that's a big warning there for them. So it's a knock-on. So just take this there. So it'll be taken back to 16 points to 10. What's the time on it? The time is currently 56:43. So I've got about 23 and a half minutes till full time. Now the Tigers of the ball get brought down on... I just realised I have made this ridiculously small. Yeah. Yeah, it's currently 56 minutes gone. So third tackle now for the Tigers as they get onto the 25. Tuolungi now, it's a good run. Gets to the 40 now for the fourth tackle. Simpkin. Gets on to halfway. It's a bit of a hit there by Blake Laurie. Who do I go for? Is full time the end of the game? Yes. Oh, no, yeah. Full time means that's the end of the match. To be honest, it's 2 40-minute halves. Yeah, so once it hits 80 minutes, game over. So second tackle now for the Dragons after they're taking that kick. So getting to the 20. Oh, it's a big hit on Lomax. Right onto the 20 for the third tackle. I'm very surprised that wasn't a penalty there for a high shot. Now only to the 30 now. Thank you. I put $100 on this team, not even knowing them. Which team? Which team? The Tigers or the Dragons? Oh, it's a knock-on by the Dragons. It's now going to be a changeover and a scrum feed now for the Tigers. About 40 metres out. Do you usually cover these games? Yes. I do usually. I usually put up about Ben Hunt losing possession of the ball. It's about 30 metres out, so a huge chance here for the Tigers. Okay, so the Tigers now have the ball about 30 metres out. They've got a good chance here to score now to increase their lead. So about 21 minutes remaining now in this game. And then after this, we go straight to the... that's who I bet on, rightio. So it's an immediate knock-on again, this time by the Tigers. So now the Dragons will get the ball on the 20. So it's straight away another changeover. So the Dragons will now have the ball. That was a forward pass. Sorry, it wasn't a knock-on. It was a forward pass. So here comes the scrum feed now. Ben Hunt will put it in. So 20 metres on their 20-metre line. So there we go. That's Josh Maguire will take the run. Will be brought down on the 25 for the first tackle. Now onto the 35 goes the second tackle for the Dragons. Just trying to shift it more into the middle, getting all the forwards to go into the attack. But they're passing out to the wing now. Dragons only getting now 45 now for the third tackle. Are you confident in the Tigers, and is that your favourite team? Neither team is my favourite team. It's hard to say because the Tigers are currently tied with the worst record. That looks forward. Record in the NRL. Oh, pass play. Oh, the ball's on backwards. And it's a set restart for the Dragons. But, yeah, it's hard to say with this game. But both teams can't make the finals or the playoffs, so it's really, who knows. But the Dragons have been getting very close to scoring, so it's hard to say. So first tackle now for the Dragons, now 15 away from the try line. Getting a pass down the middle. It's Josh Maguire again. Will get brought down. Second tackle, 5 out. Now the Dragons now trying to find somewhere in the middle. It's Jack Bird. Breaks 2. Gets a flick pass out to Ben Hunt. Now it's Blake Laurie with the ball. He'll get brought down 5 minutes away from the try line for the third tackle. Now the Dragons trying to go to the left-hand side now. Right-hand side, sorry. Can't tell my left and right. So it's a big tackle there on Ramsey. So fourth tackle now for the Dragons. It's play on here. DeBellin gives it off to, I believe that's Ramsey. Oh, it's a grubber kick here. And there's the try for Zach Lomax. Yeah. He finally goes over, and that try won't be taken off him. So there we go. So now it's 16-14 with a kick to come to make it a tied game. So there we go. There is the... actually, I should just... So a bit of confusion there in between the line for the Tigers as resulted... Just a simple grubber kick by Amona and an easy pick up there by Zach Lomax. Well, I just left this stream and opened KO and saw Lomax scoring immediately. So there we go. Right, and it's also really close to the for the conversion. So it's going to be. Now do the Tigers get the ball? Yeah, here's the weird thing about it. No, usually when a team scores, they get the ball. They get the ball kicked to them. It's weird. It's a bit confusing. So pretty much now the Tigers would kick the ball to the Dragons, but they only have like 6 attempts to score a try, but then they kick. So it's very basically it's union, but a bit more fast paced. Is that the right word? So here we go. So pretty much almost right in front here. Jack Bird. No, not Jack Bird. Zach Lomax now to take the conversion to make it a 16-16 game. He's out of the sun, so he just should be able to slot it over. Dude, thank you so much for being so informative. It's all right. You'd be surprised if like it's not uncommon for people to actually like come on here and we try to the game explained because you'd be surprised of how like people do. It's kind of like people like over here betting on like random bloody like Chinese tennis matches. You'd be surprised of how weird how often it occurs. But there we go. So 16 all, 17 to go. So 48. Well, in terms of my favourite team, they're actually about to play in the next game after this. They are the Newcastle Knights. So yeah, so that's gonna happen. So my team does play today. I do know that So third tackle now for the Dragons as they're on the 25. The Dragons, now it's a good run there by the number 12. Just want to... I'm flipping in between because I'm trying to write the team sheet out because they only have about a 10-15 minute gap between each game. So here comes Jack Bird now with the ball, and he'll get brought down 35 metres away from the try line for the last tackle. Down the short right-hand side, it's a kick over the top. Oh, it's gone forward. It's going to say it's a try, but it's surely going to be a knock-on there by the Dragons, and it will be. So it's a changeover now for the Tigers. With the amount of pressure that's currently being played by the Dragons, it's kind of looking somewhat inevitable that they're going to try to get over and score. The Tigers are currently under the pump at the moment. So the Tigers now second tackle on their 20-metre line. Simpkin running from dummy half, and he'll get brought down on the 35 for the third tackle. Now Zane Musgrove, big offload. It's a big run. Jock Madden's through for the Tigers. Oh, he does the dummy. He's running, and he's going to score for the Tigers. Just like that. What a brilliant charge run by Zane Musgrove to get the offload off to Jock Madden, but Jock Madden did it all himself with barely any support, and the Tigers have taken back the lead. I mean, they already had the lead, but they've reinstated their lead. So there we go. The halfback goes over. 20 points to 16 with a kick to come. Just like that. That spark needed for the Tigers. And about a 50-metre run there. Has to fool. Absolute brilliant step there to fool Cody Ramsey. And Lomax was coming in a hot pursuit, but he couldn't catch him. But then a brilliant charged offload there for Zane Musgrove. Madden. Ooh! Oh, he sold him. He's got the he kind of sent Cody Ramsey to the shops or the Shinigami realm, depending on what we're going with. But there we go. So less than 14 remaining now, and with a kick to come, it could become 22 points to 16 to the West Tigers. There we go. Jock Madden, only his third career try in the NRL. But that's a really good try there. Because they've been under the pump, the Tigers, for the last 15 minutes, and that try can very much open things up here. But they have to keep it in the back of their heads. They pretty much have to keep it in the back of their heads that the Dragons, just like that, can just get a try in. So, not done yet, but still got about 13 and a half to go. So, time stopped. Adam Dewey now with the conversion attempt to make it 22 points to 16. So here comes the kick now for Dewey. This to make it 22-16. And he's got it. There it is. 22 points to 16 now with 13 and a half to go. 12-24, 34, you're right. Oh, time. Oh, so it's like midnight. Just a brilliant run there by Jock Madden. Just brilliant, to say the least. So here comes the kickoff now directly to the from the Dragons to the Tigers. So there we go. The Tigers now playing with the ball now. 3:35 for me. Damn, all the time zones out here. So Tigers now on their 35 now for the third tackle. Oh, it's a knock on by the Tigers. So the Dragons will get the ball 35 metres away from the try line. So 12 and a half to go. He's tried to play the ball and it's popped straight through and it's incorrect play of the ball, so it's a changeover. Potentially could go to golden point this game. Oh yeah, I'd probably have to explain. Yeah, golden points basically, if the game's tied, it goes to overtime. And literally, whoever scores any point wins the game. I'm in Chicago. Oh, big ups. So here we go. The Dragons now with the ball 35 away from the try line as Lomax takes the first character. Does the time ever stop? They do pause time on certain things. So like for example, usually when they kick, when it's like late in the game, they have to kick a conversion, they will stop the time. It's just for this, they don't stop it because it's like a website that's constantly trying to refresh to get the accurate time. Now the Dragons now with the ball, brought down 10 metres out. That's Ramsey, third tackle for St George. DeBellin doesn't know what to do with the ball. And DeBellin will just be held up and brought down on the 10 for the fourth tackle. Right in front of the post here, so they could go either direction. They'll go to the right. Short ball to Amoni, and Amoni will get brought down about 5 metres short of the line now for the last tackle. Short bit of play. Trying to find a pass. That's a 6 more. It's come off a Tigers player, and it's gone back to the Dragons. And it's a 0 because it went forward. So it's a 7 tackle set now coming up for St George right on the Tigers try line. So there's the first tackle 5 metres out. Sullivan with a ball over the top to Moga. And Moga will get wrapped up very well there. Just right in the corner of the sideline there. Second tackle. Dragons now trying to find a way. Another offload here by the Dragons. They're going out trying to find the left-hand side now. This is the last 8 minutes. Yeah, there's about 10 to go now. When does the clock stop? It stops at 80, but usually at 80 is when it stops. But in-game it stops when the ref does that. It calls for a stop. Fourth tackle the Dragons. Gone for a kick. It's another set restart. It's played it again. The Dragons have got another set. As we now enter the final 10 minutes. First tackle for the Dragons now. Ben Hunt trying to get over the line. And he'll get brought down 5 metres short for the second tackle. Dragons now. Sue. Oh, that's so close. Great tackle there. Third tackle about a metre short of the line now. Lomax trying to find a breakthrough to get brought down again in similar position now. Fourth tackle for the Dragons. Grubber kick. And it's going to be jockeyed out. And after 3 sets, the Tigers hang on. And it'll be a 20-metre restart now for the West Tigers. The absolute most pressure you can, and Ben Hunt tries to keep it in play, but he hits it out. Hello, late Cretaceous, I think that's his name. But there we go. 0 tackle now on the 30, so a chance. That's surely got to be holding on to the ball, but no, play on. Yep, set restart. No, it's a penalty. Penalty to the West Tigers. He just remembered, yeah, if there's a ruck infringement inside of the 40, it's a penalty. So a chance to kick the ball down the field here. 8 minutes 40 remaining. So is that good for the Tigers? Yes. Basically, gets them to only have to go 80 metres and they get an extra tackle. So it's very good for the Tigers. And they've just gotten a penalty to go to halfway. So it's pretty good. So 45 away from the try line from the first tackle. Half God, half ape. Thank you very much for subscribing. And another hello to late Cretaceous. So 35 out now, second tackle. That's Zane Musgrove now. 25 away from the try line, third tackle. Gets it off to the left-hand side now, the Tigers. Fanua Brown, Musgrove to Dewey. Dewey with the grubber kick. A lot of pressure on the Dragons, and it's going to be wrapped up. It's going to be a goal line drop out to the Dragons. basically on the try line, Nicholas, if they get tackled in goal, the Dragons basically on their try line have to kick it to the Tigers. So it's another set for the Tigers. So they've gone for a short one though, and it hasn't even gone 10 meters. So it's going to be a penalty. Yeah. Also, that if they take it short, it has to go 10 meters. No, wait, penalty St George. Wait, what? Well, okay, it's a... Wait, okay. They've gone for it short, and now it's a penalty to the Dragons. I don't know what's just happened. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So apparently no one's meant to touch within the 10, but a Dragons player does. And now it's a penalty to the Dragons, but I don't... No, it touches a Tigers player. I don't know. It's chaos. Like Ratatius, thank you very much for subscribing. So third tackle now for the Dragons somehow. I'm so confused as what's happened. So 25 out now. 6.5 to go. Ben Hunt trying to get a pass through now. The Dragons. Good tackle there by the by the Tigers now. Fourth tackle. Oh, big tackle onto the side of Sullivan now. Last tackle, 5 meters out for the Dragons. Rubber kick. So hand over. So it's a knock on to the Dragons. So it's a ball to the Tigers now. Just shy of the try line now. On their 10-meter line. So the Tigers will get possession. Bit of run there by Stafford Toa. Gets onto the 20 for the first. Oh, it's a knock on by the Tigers. They've knocked it on again. Yeah, 28 errors have occurred in this game, which is actually really bad when it comes to an NRL game. So here we go. 5 minutes about to be remaining. And it's another opportunity for the Dragons to score. Scrum feed 20 meters out for St George. And the thing is, if the Dragons do get this try, they basically, it basically then goes to field goals to get 1 point, basically. So second tackle now for the Dragons. They're 10 meters out. Oh, and it's a pass just like that. Just easy. And Jackson Ford has scored the try, and it's right in front of the black dot. It's now going to be a tied game. It's now 22-20 with a kick to come. All this pressure did have to break for the Tigers and the Dragons. Easy as you like try there for Jackson Ford. So here we go. So 4.5 to go. The time has stopped. So now, and it's right in front. So it's going to be 22 all. So pretty much everyone's going to start looking about field goals. Tigers always win these 1 point decides. That is true. So a bit tense now coming into the... so we've got about... Hope it's not too much time added on, but there we go. Jackson Ford getting his first try in 2019. They did against Parent South. So yes, they did. So here we go. Try confirmed, and now just a slot over the top to make it a 22 all scoreline. To make it 3 from 4, and he gets it. It's a bit of a brain snap there by that Tigers player, because all they could have, if the Tigers did get that penalty and didn't touch it inside the 10, they could have just kicked it over to make it a 20, to make it an 8-point lead. But here we go. So 3 minutes 30 remaining. Any point really could potentially win this game. As the Titans and the Knights are starting to warm up, so pretty much is Gideon Katoga on. Gideon Katoga. I don't think he's in the squad, unfortunately, Lenzo. So there's the kickoff now. This is where you got to get good field position. You can't give away any silly penalties to give them potential field goals. So Dragons now getting the ball. Oh, he's number 17. Is he? Oh, sorry, my bad. I don't think he's on the field at the moment. Sorry. So fourth tackle now for the Dragons on their 40. They need a big run here if they want to go for a field goal. Right on halfway, last tackle. It's going to be a bit audacious if they go for the kick here. Will they go for it? He's gone for a big torp. Big take there by Dane Laurie. It'll get brought down on the 20 now. 2 minutes 33 remaining. And that's the thing there. This is good tactic to keep it down there in the field. Means that when the Tigers kick, it'll give the Dragons in the next set ample opportunity to kick a field goal. Now the Tigers now on the third tackle, 30 on their 35. Dowie with a decent run. He gets onto halfway for the fourth tackle. Potentially they could go for a long one if they can get a line break here. Oh, it's a knock on halfway. And now the Dragons are running. Lomax on the 40, the 30. Still going. Gets wrapped up. And he's into touch. And is pushing and shoving at the moment. It's no penalty. Is there a penalty? It looks like Lomax has been brought into touch. So it's going to be a changeover now for the Tigers. As there's handbags at the moment. Is pushing and shoving from all sides of the field. So what's happened? No, the referee hasn't called anything. I don't know what's happened. So Lomax gets on a decent run. Is there a shoulder charge? That is a decent hit though, but he's down on the ground. What would you guys say is a for sure win that's coming up for a rugby matchup? The shoulder hit, it's in the bin. The Tigers player's been sent to the bin. It was a shoulder to the head. And there we go, 1:40 remaining. So this is a penalty to the Dragons. I cashed out at $89, 6 minutes on the Tigers to win. I think that's a safe bet because there's a potential for the Dragons now to basically go ahead up by 2 with about 1:40 to go. So it was a shoulder charge, but so it's a penalty or is it what's happened? So there we go. Asu Kapoa now in the bin. That's surely his game done, depending if this does go to Golden Point. And there we go. It's a penalty to the Dragons. So a kick from the sideline here to potentially make it 24 points to 22. Yeah, but Lomax is going to milk as much time as possible. It's a kick relatively from the sideline here. So there's 1:16 remaining. And the thing is, though, is when the Tigers kick it, the Dragons will get the ball. So basically, the Dragons are making mistakes. Oh, it's not really from the sideline, so we can make this. Time's still going. About 30 seconds has been wasted already. As we now enter the final minute of the game. So here we go. Less than 50 remaining in this game. He's basically chewing down the clock to basically kick with barely any time remaining. So here we go. 40 seconds ticking. Zach Lomax to potentially win the game for the Dragons. Here we go. 5 meters in from touch. He takes the kick. He's curled it and he's got it. And with 20 seconds to go, time finally stopped. An entire minute just got wasted. So there we go. The Tigers need a short kick and need to score to win the game. It was a fantastic kick that could have very easily kissed the post. But here we go. Lomax now. 17 seconds remaining. The Tigers need to go short. Who am I teaming for, Titans and Knights? I'm going for the Titans. I support the Knights, but the Knights are shit. Here we go. A short kick needed for the Tigers. And the ball, it's been taken by Ben Hunt. And that should be the end. About one more play left. Good thing I cashed out. Yeah, very much so. There we go. That's the end of the game. The Tigers tried their hardest, but the Dragons just able to clinch it late. 24 points to 22. They run out winners. Is this the regular time score? Yep, this is full time. The game's now over. So there we go. That is the end of the match. And now we've got one more game to go into, which should start in about 10 minutes time. It'll be the not the West Tigers, it'll be the Gold Coast Titans taking on the Newcastle Knights. And a win for the Titans can leap them above coming last. So thank you all for watching. And I will see you over there for the on the other stream. So let's just do this quickly. I just need to. Oh God, where is it? Is this a regular time score? Well, yeah. Well, the game's now over, so it should. Yes, this is the regular time score, I think. Just need to basically just end the stream on here to basically work the into the for the other stream basically. So this is a bit awkward. This last bit, it definitely is pretty awkward, but we're just trying to get this all sorted now.